Tom.
Oh, you want me to do the intro? I'll do the intro. Big ups, everyone. Welcome to MHF. And we are here to talk. First of all, Liverpool draw 0-0. No goal today from either team, from any relevant player anyway. So Liverpool draw 0-0, but we're still on for the title next week by some divine intervention. Arsenal get the job done against Ipswich, 4-0. Chelsea scrape through against Fulham right at the death, Pedro Neto. Man United, they lose at home again. But the big thing we need to talk about today, people, let's not lose sight of this. Inter Milan have handed the Scudetto straight to Napoli in the 94th minute, thanks to Riccardo Orsolini. This team that we're supposed to think could do the treble, they might not even get their own league title because of Mr. Riccardo Orsolini. What a goal! Inter Milan couldn't even score. The title is going to go to Napoli. Scott McTominay, Philip Billing, Romelu Lukaku. They're all going to take a title away from your boys, Mum, because Riccardo Orsolini was unmarked off a throw-in in the 94th minute. How do you feel, my friend?
I feel like shit, bro. We had one shot the whole game. Lautaro Martinez failing me again. Lautaro Martinez failing me again.
He's back to hating on Lautaro Martinez. God forbid the man scores.
As per usual, everything's Lautaro's fault.
God forbid.
Remember when we do shows with him? Remember when we do shows with him and we say Nunes missed clear-cut opportunity? He's like, why are you scapegoating?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the captain. Nunes is not even your best player. Lautaro Martinez is supposed to be the guy to carry the team.
There you are.
Toramo is out today and Lautaro drops a stinker.
Everything Lautaro's fault, as per usual.
It is. We didn't score today because he couldn't even play football today.
Maybe you should try creating some chances for him then.
Well, I heard you say on the football terrace that in the Serie A they do like a final for the league.
Yes. Yeah.
So where is it played then?
It's going to be in the Olimpico.
No, it's at San Siro, apparently. It's done. So whoever wins on goal difference gets the final at their place.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know that.
Get San Siro.
Okay.
So if you and Napoli win every single game from now to the end of the season, you're going to have a Serie A game to decide the winner?
Yes, in the San Siro.
Husam, all because Riccardo Orsolini was unmarked at the back post in the 94th minute.
I don't even know who Orsolini is. I don't even recognize that name.
Lad, he's got like an 86 rated special card on FIFA. That's about it. That's about all he's done in his life up to this point. But now he's a hero.
You know, I just noticed what happened. In the day I get to host the football terrace after Liverpool win and they're about to win the title, and I'm watching Inter on the side, and I get this shitty performance by Inter, and they score a goal in the 94th minute. Even 1 point might have been enough, at least for us to keep us at the top of the table. We're only in the top of the table by goal difference now. So Inter has done me dirty. Lautaro has done me dirty. Inzaghi has done me dirty. That is what happened. To be honest, it is what it is.
I mean, the wonderful, fantastic Bologna manager Vincenzo Italiano was sent off in the 50th minute as well. So Husam, for 40 minutes of that game, Bologna had no manager. And yet they still out-tacticked, outworked, outcoached, and beat a sorry little Inter team. I can't believe I said you might win the Champions League. If you can't handle
Ahwa has had 167 episodes, and you guys still ask the same question every single time. There is an Ahwa episode every Sunday and every Wednesday. We have been doing this for almost like 3 years now, you guys. You ask the same questions. Yes, there is an Ahwa episode. It's literally just go to my channel. Wow, there's Ahwa booked. Now, when it comes to Inter, bro, one thing about Conte that even Mr. Putty Judge Mo knows himself is you can never give Conte any sort of like hope or advantage, because one thing about Antonio Conte, and Mo knows this better than anyone else, because Conte won the league for Inter by a margin compared to the second team, is Mr. Antonio Conte does not take any of this thing unserious. He is very serious when it comes to winning the league. Completely serious. He does not mess around. He does not mess about. And now you're tied with him. And if there is one bastard manager that can come to the San Siro and get a win in a vital game, it's Antonio Conte. Me and you both know this. He is gonna have the most horrible tactics. The story is written in the stars as well. Romelu Lukaku comes back to haunt his old club. Ooh! Oh,
Lukaku,
can just
1-0 win at the San
1-0 win,
Siro.
Lukaku goal. Yep.
I think MHF would be on hiatus with the summer if that happened. If Footy Judge Mo misses out on the title due to
By
a
1
playoff
point.
last-minute goal from Romelu Lukaku, I don't think he'll be here on MHF for the summer.
Yeah, I don't even know what Mo will do then. Maybe he'll take a holiday, but he can't go to Italy though.
He's just in Napoli every year.
Every time he'll see a pizza, he'll be reminded. He'll be reminded, you lost this league, mate. He can't go to Italy. Maybe he has to go rogue and go to France or something. He just can't go to Italy.
How are you going to let a team that unironically employs Philip Billing win the Serie A title on your head?
We wanted him last year. That's the funny part.
Lad, I'm looking at the Napoli team. Who the fuck's Ndonge?
I don't know them. I don't know any of the Napoli team.
You've got
Yeah,
like the
that's
less relevant Simeone brother.
Simeone
you-
brother, who?
So Diego Simeone has two sons. You've got the one that actually plays for him at Atleti, and the one who doesn't at
Giovanni.
Napoli.
Giovanni plays for Atleti, right?
They might both. I know the one at Napoli is Giovanni. Let me have a little look. Just so we can
Giuliano's the one
research
that
this.
plays at Atletico.
Giuliano, that's it.
Yeah,
You
Giuliano.
know, the one that's actually loved by his father. The one that isn't, the one that got shunned to Napoli. And you're letting him win a title on your head.
What do you want me to say? It's Antonio
Hi,
Conte, bro.
bro. How are you, Habibi?
It's Antonio Conte. What do you want me to say? It is what it is.
Mo,
What?
the title.
Why do I feel like you already convinced you're gonna lose it now?
Anyway,
Why
When
are
we-
you convinced?
when we win the treble, I want you guys to be here for me.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
okay.
treble,
then,
the
that's
treble.
right.
He thinks they're gonna
Treble.
win the
Okay. So you can't trust Lautaro against Bologna, but you're gonna
Well, they're
trust him
gonna win
against
treble.
Barcelona?
Mhm.
No, we'll
Now
have
he'll
Thuram
say,
at that
we have
time.
Marcus
We'll have
Thuram.
Thuram.
Yep,
Marcus-
I knew it. I know all his responses. I
gonna have
said
Marcus
it before he
Thuram.
said, I cannot write this. We're gonna have Marcus Thuram. I just knew he was gonna say it. I just knew you were gonna say it.
What do you guys want me to say? Like, fuck this, bro. Like, people just don't understand, bro. People don't understand how it feels, bro. You guys have played against Conte as Liverpool. He's fucking inevitable, bro. They
He
are
is.
30, bro. They scored
Don't
less
tell us
goals.
though that we don't know how it feels, because if anyone knows how it feels, it's me and
Okay,
Tom
now.
with
Bro,
how
he-
We had to go
This-
against Pep for 4 years.
Pep is even worse.
He scored less goals than Lazio, bro. Yeah, he's equal the point tally. He scored less goals, bro. He scored less goals than Lazio, bro. This guy scored less goals than Atalanta. He scored the same goals as Bologna. Yeah, he's still fucking like in the same points as Inter, bro.
How many goals conceded though?
Exactly.
Only 25, bro. Only 25.
I
Less
mean,
than you, right?
the bigger concern here is Inter with 32 goals conceded. That's more than Napoli. That's more than Atalanta. That's more than Juventus. That's the same amount as Roma, who, for the first 3 months of the season, sacked 2 managers because they were that shit. It's the same amount as Fiorentina. You know, your defense has let you down big time here, Mo. But going on
because
about
we play different than the Champions League. We play different than the Champions League. We don't play defensive in league at all. We don't.
Maybe you
We're the
should.
highest.
Maybe you should do. You might win the league title then.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should.
You would lose 1-0 to fucking Bologna. It's how
Bologna.
they play more attacking
Orsolini as
football.
well. You wanna know, by the way, today I actually finally understood what Mo means, like when he says the production of the league is shit. I spent about 17 minutes trying to find an HD picture of Orsolini.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single picture is like 480p. You put it on the Canva and it goes all blurry and stuff. It just does not work, bro. You can't
Like,
even.
I'm fucking getting cooked. When the guy that Tom said is a rat, right? That Tom said is a rat.
Mhm.
Liverpool fans, right? Is doing like the people
I
like
didn't say that.
Tom,
No, Tom said it.
like Tom.
Mhm.
When you are talking about a fucking like You're talking about Inter today, who are still top of the league. When you come in and your team won 1-0, right? By your legend Trent Alexander-Arnold scoring goals, where the fans of Liverpool are absolutely congratulating him like this, right? Congratulating him. Look, they love him. They love the guy. He might stay at your club. And you introduce MHF saying that we drew 0-0 by absolutely denying your legend Trent Alexander-Arnold the praise he deserves. He deserves praise. Yet you come here to try to cook me while I'm still top of the league. You're about to win the league title. Have some shame and decorum. You're about to win the league title. Yet you're here saying that we drew 0-0 instead of being happy for your team. The guy gave you a Champions League. The guy gave you a league title. Yet your ownership let him go. And you're talking about him being a rat. And then your fans in the stadium, the fans that go to the away games, you played away at Leicester. They're absolutely congratulating him. Yet you're here absolutely trying to deflect to Inter. Talk about your legend instead of talk about other teams. Liverpool won well, Tom. Liverpool are 3 points away from the title. Thanks to who? To not Tom Little, to Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's not thanks to Tom Little, who didn't play today. Who played today off the bench and scored the winner to bail Liverpool out from a sticky Leicester game? Trent, the proper rat.
Tom,
He bailed Liverpool out. His first ever goal with his left foot. Yet, let's talk about Bologna beating Inter Milan, who are top of the league in the Champions League semi-final. Maybe you could have been in the final if Trent Alexander-Arnold signed a new contract. Maybe if your ownership were competent enough to give the guy what he wants, maybe you would have been in the Champions League semi-final playing
Sean's a scouser, by the way, as
Arsenal.
well.
Arsenal. He's deflecting from talking about Trent. I'm
deflecting.
You are
I'm deflecting.
You are. I am not deflecting.
Your whole
I let you
deflection
talk.
tactic there.
I
Your whole
let you
deflection
talk.
tactic there was so going on about how Inter are top of the league. Yes, they are, but you're not
Factually, we
guaranteed
are
the title.
the league.
You're not guaranteed
Factually,
the.
we
You're
are.
joint top. You're joint top.
But we are.
We
No.
are top.
We're not
You're
joint
joint
top.
top.
We
You
are
are joint
top.
top.
And the game is going to be played in our, as Husam educated you and me, the game is going to be played in our ground. So basically, we are top of the league and having the advantage. Tempo. I didn't know that. Husam, thank you so much for telling me, my man.
I told you. I told you. Husam, let me ask you a question. You know, you're a logical person. You're a smart man. You work a high-end job.
You've never complimented me like this ever before, but okay.
What do you mean he's a smart man? What do you mean? Are you not smart? Why are you asking him? What am I, a geophysicist? Do you even know what a geophysicist is?
I assume something to do with geography and physics.
It's geology and physics. It's geology and physics.
Why would I know what a geophysicist is? I'm asking Husam.
He's like asking Husam is smart.
You're getting very angry over something.
My God,
I just want to ask. I just want to ask the chemical engineer, a man who's worked with numbers a lot.
I studied more math than him. He studied chemistry.
Chemical engineering.
Engineering.
I studied more math than you.
Chemical engineering is a more difficult degree than geophysics, so stop it.
100% no. We study physics.
Engineering is literally tougher than medicine.
Engineering is tougher than medicine.
Yes.
You never studied medicine. My wife is a doctor. You have never experienced what a medical exam. I don't have to Google it. My sister is an engineer. My brother is an engineer. My brother-in-law is an engineer. My other brother-in-law is an engineer. My wife is a doctor. I'm a geophysicist. I am telling you, medicine is the toughest ground in the world to study medicine. You need to study
regardless, engineering degree is more difficult.
Go ahead, whatever. I'm not a geophysicist anymore. You're not an engineer anymore. It's done. We're YouTubers. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're YouTubers.
I'm just asking Sam this question. Sam, if two teams are on the same amount of points, and at the end of 38 games they are on the same amount of points, and there is no winner decided at that point, is one team top or are both teams top?
Ooh.
If
Guys,
after
wait,
38 games,
Can I, hold on.
if after
Can I add?
38 games, there
I
is
need
no
to
way
add.
decided.
I'm not gonna
which
answer.
team was
I'm
top.
not. I'm not gonna answer. I'm gonna add. You added all the piece of information. And Husam, after all of this, the team that is on top on the table with more goals scored will get the advantage. Who's top of the table today?
Okay, here's the thing. You're talking about home court advantage, but factually, whether we like it or not, Napoli win that game, they win the league. So
No,
it's
but
not
it's
like
so we have an
One-
advantage. Do
one
we have an
second,
advantage
one
or no?
second. It's not like you're gonna go to Diego Maradona, play there, and then the return leg is in Inter. That's not the case.
Our
It's
ground.
one game.
It's our ground.
Yeah, of course, it's one game.
So,
So they
so we
can
have
win.
the advantage. So they can, but we have the
Yeah,
advantage.
they can. Yeah, okay. So Napoli, can they come to the San Siro, win 1-0 and win the league? Yes or no?
They can, of course.
Okay, so genuinely speaking, you cannot say you're top of the league alone now. Honestly speaking.
You're joint top.
I'm actually being very logical. No Inter fan can tell me now they're top of the league, full stop. They have to say Inter and Napoli are top of the league. You have to say both. Because it's different for
see.
you. If we're top of the league next season, match week 35, and we're 20 goals ahead of Arsenal, I'll say we're top of the league because the rules are different. But your rules have this final thing which we don't have.
If the league isn't decided after 38 games, there can be no team that's top. There's teams that are joint top.
Fair. That's fair. That's a fair argument.
So
That's a fair argument.
you tried to push it and deflect it onto me, and your whole argument was, my team are joint
No,
top.
because we haven't
Your
lost
team-
the league
Your
yet.
team
I
are
still have the
13 points
advantage.
clear. Your team are 13 points clear. My team are joint top. Talk about that. I'll happily talk about it. We're gonna win the league next weekend.
Yeah, because
Old
my
Postecoglou is
my
gonna have
my
an aneurysm.
my opposition did not have a lot of
I
injuries.
can't lie,
for me to be
Postecoglou
13
could
now.
definitely hold that.
Oh, I can't wait.
my
He's gonna have a mental
opposition
breakdown on
doesn't.
Anfield next weekend.
He's got.
Yeah, he can hold that.
You play at Anfield. I think you're gonna win it.
Obviously,
You're gonna win it
because
next season.
because you know what it is, Mo. Yeah, I just want to double check something. That'll be what, 5 games to go. So with 5 games to go, my team wrap up league titles. We don't throw them away through a 94th minute through a 94th minute overhead kick. Yeah, we don't let Orsolini score a 94th minute overhead kicks. We wrap titles up on match week 33. So I'm struggling to see the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My opposition doesn't have a Champions League campaign to go through. Doesn't have a lot of injuries. I'm just sorry that happened. To be honest, I am sorry. Like I'm sorry for my team that we're not going against a team like absolutely have a lot of injuries and stuff. Like I'm just
Fiorentina
sorry.
don't have Champions League football. Why aren't they top of the league? The La Viola.
Like
Why
I'm
are they-
sorry. My title contenders don't have Champions League football. My
there you
title
are.
contenders
There you
don't
are.
have
No,
injuries.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
Mo,
I'm sorry.
you're right. Mo, you're right. But your title contenders lost their best player in January. He was sold.
Ooh. But
Then
they
I'm
don't have
playing-
Champions League football.
Then I'm playing Spinazzola.
Do they have injuries?
on the
Do they
left
have
wing.
injuries? Do they have injuries?
I
They
mean,
don't
I'm
have
sure.
injuries.
That's fine. Let me go find
highlighted
Napoli
like
injuries.
Euro 2018.
They don't have
bro.
Champions League football. And I'm
And
sorry,
what?
Liverpool.
No.
And I'm sorry, but Liverpool are winning the title. I'm sorry. You know what? I don't have an Egyptian guy to carry the team for the whole season. I'm sorry.
There you are.
I am sorry.
There you
I wish I have the money to sign an Egyptian guy to carry me through a league title and have a wonderful season like Mohamed Salah.
I just want it to be known that Napoli's best centre back has missed over.
I
10
didn't know
games
that
due to
MHF
injury.
here is about not being objective, Husam. I thought that you actually complain a lot when I try
one
to
second.
actually
You
say
said it's not about
something.
being objective.
Oh
One
my
second.
god!
Okay, 1 second. Did I objectively not just say because the Serie A rules are different, Inter and Napoli together are top of the league? How's that wrong?
No, I
Objective.
didn't know that you're actually getting Tom here to cook. Why are you not talking to him about Trent then? Why are we not talking about
Everyone
Chelsea?
knows Tom's opinion on Trent.
Is this MHF is gonna be on Serie A now? Is that we have 650 people?
I mean, Husam.
It's gonna be Serie A stream. Oh my
Mo was lied to us and said Napoli haven't had injuries. The best centre back, the star summer signing, Alessio Buongiorno, has missed 10 games.
Whoo!
Romelu Lukaku surprisingly hasn't actually been injured this season. Fucking hell, he's missed a lot of games for Belgium, but he hasn't technically missed a game for Napoli this season. But we're talking about Napoli's Virgil van Dijk missing 10 games this season, and they're still there. And Mo's trying to play the injury card.
Arsenal and then make the same excuses they make.
Anyway, it is what it is. Are we going to talk about the game, or we're going to talk about actual football talk? So we talk about.
I mean,
Over
yeah.
here, okay, but
What did
I'll
you
be
only
honest
have
with you,
one shot on
Tom.
target?
I'll be honest with you, Tom hasn't even cooked.
guys, I just have to say something. I can't be cooked here and just fucking have like an hour and a half, 2 hours, an hour with Hamza fucking talking. I'm just not doing this.
I can't lie, he's right still. He's
I
right
can't
still.
fucking do this.
He cannot
I
be
can't do this, bro. I can't
can't
fucking
lie,
do this,
Mo
bro.
is
I can't
cooking
do
there.
this,
It
bro.
can't be Hamza and
I can't be fucking doing this.
Oh,
Like,
you know
it's
what's
bad
good?
enough.
I've been
It
there.
is sad enough
I've
that
been
with
there.
Husam,
Mo is 100% correct. I'll say this as his
I
partner
can't
in
do this,
crime. Bro, he has 42-minute Hamza monologue about pizza and spaghetti and everything. Like, there's no need. He's right.
but I'm gonna fucking get cooked to someone that absolutely got slaughtered against Real Madrid, and they are like fighting for top 5 in the league. Yeah, he's gonna cook me, bro. Like, anyway, so I'm not here to get cooked, to be honest. Like, this is like, I can't.
Let me do these super chats and then we'll move on to talk about Liverpool Football Club. We're gonna win the league. 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 Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. You're gonna believe us. We're gonna win the league. Come on. Yes. Come on.
13 points clear. Nice for some.
Prepare yourself. Reality is now setting in for Arsenal fans. They're turning nasty because reality has arrived. Champions. I'll say this, Jack. 2 things. Number 1, I don't want to smear all Arsenal fans with the same brush because I put out a pre-recorded video. I had many Arsenal fans congratulating me on winning the league, and I had some who are still doing the sore loser shit. But we have a very easy response. If your reason why you did not win the league is injuries, then that's the only reason why you beat Real Madrid. Because Mendy was out, Carvajal was out, Militao was out, and Chouameni was suspended. And Chouameni was suspended. So you either tell me I deserve to win the league and I tell you deserve to win the Champions League, or we can both play this game, baby.
You say it's worst Premier League season of all time. I say it's worst Champions League season of all time. We can go both ways with it.
Exactly. 6-time Champions League winner Liverpool have been eliminated from the Champions League. Manchester City with Pep Guardiola don't compete in it. Can you imagine a relegated Burnley manager is the Bayern Munich manager?
Exactly.
Aston Villa are in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. This is the worst Champions League.
A team with Ousmane Dembele as their top scorer is in a Champions
and
League
best
semi-final.
player out of the semis. This is the worst UCL ever. Oh my god!
A team being dragged through the competition by a 17-year-old is in the semi-finals.
Mo thinks Nunes is better than Lautaro, and even they're in the semi-finals. See, we can all do this.
We're talking about
Easy.
quality of a competition here.
Easy
Darwin
peasy.
Nunes starts for one of these teams.
Yeah, FC Barcelona almost lost to Celta Vigo by 4 goals, and they're in the semi-final. We can all do this. See, all you have to do is just go like, Liverpool, congratulations on winning the league. You deserve it. We'll come back and fight you next year. That's it, bro. That's it. Arsenal missed Havertz. Wallahi, I swear to God, Uqsim Billah, I just prayed Twitter before the stream. Wallah, if they tell me, would you rather sign Moreno to play striker or Havertz? Wallah, I'm choosing Moreno.
Moreno,
Wallahi,
oh my god.
Oh
my god.
That finish that Moreno had against Real Madrid, Havertz would pull his hamstring attempting that. Anyway, pool win against Spurs for the title. Come on, you Spurs, you'll never walk alone, Habibi. It's funny because you guys suck, Mr. Khan. And I know you're a Spurs fan and stuff, but you guys just suck. Because last year, City won the league against you. And this year, Liverpool are going to win the league against you as well. And to be honest with you, I don't hate Spurs. I just don't like what Ainge did. Because he's a hypocrite. He's like, when Liverpool get a decision against them, there's a whole, like, country, you know, just exploding because of that one decision. But you're the same guy that when we got robbed at Spurs said, referees make mistakes, we should allow them to make mistakes. So what are you exactly? You're an idiot! You're an idiot sandwich. Hold, Ainge Postecoglou on your head top. Little is a little bitch for the stance. We'll explore the stance regarding Trent in a second. Odegaard, 115 touches, completed 90 passes. Hashtag not a 10. Okay, big up to you. Mo, you're cheating on Chelsea with Arsenal. Shameful is what Jack is saying. I'll be honest with you, Mo. I will beg you before the start of next season to not back Liverpool because you backed Chelsea, they fucked it. You backed
Yeah,
Spurs
yeah.
last season, they fucked it. Like he chooses one club to back, and they just completely fuck it every time. Like,
Can you back United next year?
please back United. No, he actually
Well-
can't because he hates United a lot. I'll be honest with you. He can never do that.
City, go back to Pep
Yeah, can
Remontada.
you back City, please? We need them to have another shit
They've got an
season.
Egyptian as well, the Marmoush. You can back Marmoush.
Yeah, you can back
you
Marmoush,
back Omar.
Egyptian prince, and all that.
There you go.
I want, while Alex Ferguson is alive and healthy, inshallah, we win 21. That's all I want. Big up to Mantis, who says LFC are going to win the league, but it's the worst league in ages. Have the same energy if England win in Europa and Champions League. What is it? You'll never walk alone. That's another thing. If this is the worst league ever, why are the two worst sides in the big six, fucking Spurs and United, in a Europa League semi-final?
Lad, a team that is both teams are 2 points off 17th. And they're in the Europa League. We could have a Europa League final contested between 15th and 16th in the Premier League. 15th and 16th in the Premier League in the Europa League final. But it's not a high quality league. Ooh. Get a grip, man.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, we are 700 people here. Tom as a special guest, and we're not even at 200 likes yet.
Special my ass.
Wow.
Wow.
I might not come on the
Wow.
National League tomorrow then. If that's how we're going to
Wow.
treat me. I just
You're
might
coming
I
here
might
to
have
cook
busy.
me. You're coming here to cook me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
special.
Take you with some grace and decorum.
Special bologna sauce. Anyway, make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of
Do
you
you know
guys.
what the
right here.
problem is? I fucking just ate spaghetti bolognese today.
He jinxed it. He jinxed it. He ain't anyone.
He ate spaghetti bolognese and got dunked on my bologna. Oh my god, man. Hey.
Wallahi,
You cannot
al-Azim.
find this.
I'm being serious.
You ate spaghetti bolognese for real. Oh god, the spaghetti curse. Shout out Callum Sanderson. So big up to everyone locked and 7 other people in here. Can we get the likes up, guys? Can we actually just get to like 200 likes? Like, can we just get the likes up? Like, have some shame and hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Please like and subscribe. Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
you saw the Trent celebration today.
Mm-hmm.
Genuine question to you. No bullshit, no agenda. And you can express your opinion how you like. I'm not one of this North Korean, oh my God, you can't have an opinion. Me personally, I don't hate Trent. You do. I understand why you're hating on him. I hope you understand where I'm coming from as well. All I'm going to tell you is, does the celebration today make you think that he might stay? On a real level? Because think about it this way. I think he did way too much for him to just go like, I'm going to leave. Like, I'll present you my side of the argument. All season long, and you've done enough shows with me, Husam X Tom, with Kopish, with everything, I've been saying Trent has gone to Madrid. So I'm not one of these people in denial. Like, I have fully acknowledged, okay, he's probably gone to Madrid. But the way that he celebrated today, don't you think he did way too much to just leave? Honestly, think about his celebration, the clapping the fans after. That can't be a goodbye.
Or it's the way he gets to say his goodbye and he gets the right.
What happened? What happened?
Look at his photo.
Bro, I just got up to get my water bottle, bro. I just
Look at his
Yeah.
I remember you asking that question, and then you got knocked out by Atletico Madrid. Anyway,
Fellas, what do you want me to say, guys? Why?
anyway, no, I don't think so. The celebration was what it was. It was a goal. You know, we've been knocking on the door all game. It was a frustrating game. You know, we scored the goal. He goes mad, takes his shirt off. Someone puts it on the flag. Yeah. I'm more asked about what he said in the interview afterwards, because
What
that
did he say?
interview, he got asked about the contract situation and dodged it in the biggest way possible. Like the way he spoke about it. So we got asked about it, and he said, "I said all season I'm not going to speak about my contract. I'm not going to start here. I just love all the memories I've made at the football club." And that to me is about as cut and dry as he's gone. And he got his nice little farewell thing that he got from it. You know, so I think I thought he was gone before this. I thought he's gone now. The interview just sort of sealed it for me. You know, it is what
Really?
it is. Yeah. I think he's
If
gone.
he stays, everything forgiven?
If he stays, I never doused him for a second.
If he stays, what?
If he stays, I never doused him for a second. Club
All of
legend.
the videos have to be deleted. You never said these things. It was an AI.
I potentially never said anything.
Oh yeah. It's
Potentially.
delete.
But
Football wise, do you think he can replace him with what he offers?
you will not buy one player that can replace what Trent does.
You
will
can.
have to
That's
adapt
impossible.
you'll have to adapt your team and buy 2 or 3 players in different positions to try and make up for it. But I think the football club know that, and they're not going to try and buy the next Trent because the next Trent won't exist. So
Wow.
it is what I despite my anger towards him and my distaste towards him, I don't deny how good a footballer he is. And I don't deny how big a miss he'll be for the football club when he goes. But I just think the way he's handled it's shocking. And well, today, he you know, it just cemented that he was going for me. I don't know why people are sitting there going about this.
Really? Like, I still think that he might stay. Why not? You look at watching them. Do you think he's making the wrong choice? To be honest,
I think he's making the wrong choice. I'm always going to say he's making the wrong choice, though.
so you think Liverpool will be better than Real Madrid in the coming years?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I'm looking at it. You think I track this on the football terrace? Do you think he's?
I think at the absolute minimum we'll be at a similar level, and being at a similar level, but for your club, should be more than being at an ever so slightly higher level potentially for a club you've got no emotional attachment to. If let's put it this way, Mo, would you rather be challenging for league titles and challenging for Champions Leagues at Inter, or having 5% more chance at both, but at PSG?
Inter.
Exactly. I don't think Liverpool are going to suddenly go to 6th, 7th. I don't think we're going to do a United level fall off within a year, or a Tottenham never went anywhere to fall off. But like, do what Chelsea do, where they're now challenging 6th, 7th, etc. We're always going to be in and around that title challenge for the next 3, 4, 5 years. That to me should be enough to keep you there, and that's probably what annoys you more. I don't see why you'd want to go. It makes no sense to me why you'd want to go at this point.
I'm not sure if he trusted the club to actually get the signings that he thinks will take the club to the next level. But maybe that is his reason, because he knows that Real Madrid
they have done for 8 years. And I mean, it comes down to how you look at Real Madrid's project as well. I look at it this way. They're trying to do Galacticos 2.0.
Yeah.
But Galacticos 1.0 didn't work.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
So why would you do a 2.0, something that didn't work originally? And you look at the way they're playing now, with all their Galacticos, they're shit. You can break through.
I actually think they're shit, but there is.
I just don't see why you'd want to. I think you look at this Liverpool team, it's got a top manager, top players, the key players, the best players in their positions on the planet want to commit to the club. They're backing the vision, they're backing the structure, they're backing the ideas for at least the next 2 years. I don't see why you wouldn't sign. I'm not saying commit your life here at this point. Sign a 4-year deal. If Salah and Van Dijk go in 2 years and you're sitting there going, it's my time, at least then we can sell you. And then everyone leaves on much better standing.
Maybe he didn't trust that. Maybe he didn't trust the ownership to actually.
I don't know why he wouldn't trust them though, because I get. Me and Husam have argued about this for a number of months now. Liverpool, for the past 8 years, have challenged for the league title or been in and around that position till around April in all but 2 years. And one of them years, we had no centre backs. The people who build the people upstairs, the football club, could they spend more at times? 100%. But do they build a squad that can compete for the top honours? Yes, because we've been competing for them for 7 years. I just don't see why you'd want to move now. When you look at the state Madrid are in, when you look at the state Liverpool are in, when you look at the positivity at the football club now, coming off another league title, you know, and you've got to also look as well the uncertainty in the Premier League. There's room there to win another 2 league titles minimum in the next 2 years. Because City aren't going to be there yet. Arsenal, we have no idea what Arsenal's mentality is going to be like, especially if it goes wrong this year.
Forget City, forget Arsenal. Slot this Friday. 2 conflicting reports, Tom. One that would have made myself and yourself happy, and one that would have made myself and yourself irritated when we first read it. One that says, okay, we're obviously working on signing players this summer, blah, 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 blah. And the other one, like, oh, we don't need a major rebuild. Like, you know, we already have had 2 signings talking about the contract renewals. Do you understand why a player like Trent might not trust his future in the hands of FSG after listening maybe to the more negative quotes, if you would like?
If he's, it's going to sound horrible. If he's dense, yes, because I think
Why?
we're all smart people, Husam.
Tell
You
me
look
why.
at where you look at where the quotes originate from. I've got one coming from. So the one who were the ones telling me that we're going to be spending loads and it's going to be a big summer. David Ornstein, the unofficial FSG mouthpiece right now. Virgil van Dijk himself, Mohamed Salah himself said they're signing on because they're excited for the next 2 years and the team that we're going to build, and we're going to build a squad that's going to be competing. And then I go look at the report because it was one report that said we're not going to be spending much. Andy Hunter from The Guardian, who I'd never heard report on Liverpool before. To me, what it is all this stuff, Ornstein, Van Dijk, Salah, you know, Pierce, Joyce, all say that, and then the club sit themselves and go, oh, we don't want it all coming out now, though. Let's have someone rein it back in. So Slot in his thing said, you know, it's going to be a slower summer. On the basis of this, Husam, if we were to sell absolutely 0 players, there's only 2 positions that
Which is not going to happen. Me and you both know that.
Yes, but on the basis that we don't sell any players, you just need to buy a left back and a striker.
Yeah, but why do you use a basis that me and you both know that's not going to happen?
I know it's not going. I know it's not going to happen, but that's the basis that quote's working off. Diaz
who's working on that basis?
That quote's by fucking Andy Hunter. Are you telling me if we sell Diaz in the summer, we're not going to buy a left winger according to Andy Hunter? Are you telling me if we sell a midfielder, we're not going to buy a midfielder according to Andy Hunter?
I said this during my watch along today. I think Slot absolutely just hates some of these forwards.
He can't stand any striker we've got. He can't stand any striker we've got.
I agree with you completely. I think some of them he actually just can't stand.
I think he can't stand Nunes. He's not.
I think he don't even like Jota that much. Chiesa has obviously called him a bald bastard in training or something.
Yeah. And Diaz, I think the jury's
he wasn't
out.
even in the squad. Like, you're taking the not even in the squad.
He doesn't like Elliot. That's another one you can add to the list. He doesn't like Elias. That's another attacker that you can wipe off. Out of our entire 7-man attacking lineup, there's 2, maybe 3 that he likes, and that's Salah, Gakpo, and Diaz at times. That's it. Over half of the attackers in my squad, my manager hates. There's obviously going to be more than just 2 signings made. That's why I say these footballers are smart. The football club is smart. They're not going to make just 2 signings. This is going to be a different summer, and I just don't see why a player of Trent, with the emotional connection he's got to the football club, with even if you take parts of that away, which you can't take away, but even if you take parts of that away, and you look at it logically, why you would want to move to Madrid for at most a 5% chance increase at the top honours. That's generally what I think it is. It's 5%.
5%. You're taking the piss, Tom.
No, because I'm bigging up that Barcelona team.
Yeah, but look at the bigger sample size. You can't just look at it based off of the season. Look, big sample size. Like, look at 10 years. In 10 years, which is what Trent will probably think he can play football for. 10 years. In the last 10 years, so it's currently 2025. In the last 10 years, Madrid have won 6 Champions Leagues? About 5 La Ligas. Because Barca only won 3, I think. And Atletico 1, actually. So they've won 6 La Ligas. Because Barca won La Liga MSN.
Yeah, they won it 14-15, they won it 15-16, they won it 18-19, they won it 19... Did they win it 19-20?
No. Wasn't that the Atleti season?
No. So, So what are we, 24? So 14-15, Barca 14-15, Barca 15-16, Real Madrid 16-17, Barca 17-18, Barca 18-19, Real Madrid 19-20, Atleti 2021, Real Madrid, Barca, Real Madrid. So Barca have won more in the
So
last
Madrid
10
got
years.
4 in 10.
Madrid have 4
How many
in 10.
Champions Leagues, objectively speaking here?
So
So 15
14-15
was Barcelona.
Yeah,
16.
So 15-16, 16-17, 17-18,
18-19 was
21-22.
Liverpool.
So they won
19-20 was...
They won 5 and 10. They won.
Yeah,
they
so
won
that's
5 and 10.
9 major trophies in 10 years. Now do Liverpool. 10 years, 2 league titles, 1 Champions League.
Mhm.
That's triple the chance of winning something over a 10-year period.
In 10 years, yeah, I don't think
That's
Trent's
objective,
got 10.
and it's a big sample size.
Yeah, but if we're also being honest to Sam, he's not going to be at Madrid for 10 years. It'll be like
No, but
7 or.
I'm saying that's
Yeah,
what he thinks
in
in
terms of a
mind.
sample size, yeah, but I'm thinking more. Trent will be having. Then I think as a footballer, you've got to look at the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, and yes, you can use historical stuff and everything. I'm looking in the immediate future, next 2 to 5 years, which club, based on leagues, are in the strongest position to win the league next year? I think it does. I think that Barca team is there
Disagree.
to stay. I think that Barca team
Because
is there
if
to
Madrid
stay.
stuck Ancelotti, they can get a manager who can win the league.
But okay, to get a better manager. But I still think that Barca. I don't think Xabi Alonso at the minute is better than Flick at the minute, and I don't think that Real Madrid squad is better than the Barcelona squad. They might have better individuals in certain areas, but I think as a team, that Barcelona team is together as a unit. And then you turn it to the Premier League, and you look at the Premier League. Who are the 3 teams that can win a Premier League, Husam? Because there's only 3.
Arsenal,
Man
City,
City.
Liverpool.
So Liverpool, manager, very good. Key players, committed for the next 2 years. Rest of the squad, good and with lots of room for improvement, which the managers are clearly desperate to make. So there's a lot to work with there. We go look at City. How long, genuinely, hand on heart, do you reckon it'll be before City win a league title?
Okay, with Manchester City, I'm not even exaggerating. I think they could win it as early as next year. Sample size, once again, Pep Guardiola has never won 2 years without a league title. Sample size and pure, like Sheikh Mansour wanting to win all the time.
Yeah, okay. With the teams as they are now, with looking at the way that it played across this season, do you think, with the way that Man City's playing, with the amount of saves they're going to go,
because City,
but this season is the building block for where they go next year. That's why they bought so many players in January. A lot of the players that are playing regularly now will be the players that are featuring heavily next season. So I look at this City squad. This City squad is not as bad as it's made out to be. It's not a 5th place squad. I don't think this City squad
comes back, so that's a Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, Rodri is what brings it back up from 5th up. But do I think Rodri turns this team from 5th to 1st? Do I think putting
Rodri alone? No, but that's why they want to sign Florian Wirtz as an example.
But I just don't think in the next year. I'm going 2 years. I just think there's going to be a bit of time. There's going to be a bit of adjustment from Pep. I just don't think in the next 2 years, Man City are the favourites for the league title.
Tom, it's not even about favourite or not favourite, okay? As things stand, I'm going off of sample size. Pep has never won 2 years without a league title, number 1. Number 2, I know Sheikh Mansour is going to do his absolute best to try to make sure that they win the league next year.
I mean,
can I say the same for Fenway Sports Group? No. Me and you agree. If Trent leaves, we need a right back, a centre back, a left back. Okay, we probably need a like 1 midfielder, let's say, and 2 forwards. Carragher himself said that we need 6 signings. What usually happens at our football club, me and you are very used to this by now. We're gonna sign 4 of the 6, and when the other 2 out of the 6 that we did not sign come back to bite us in the ass, we go like, oh yeah, look, it bit us in the ass. And everyone acts shocked when it's not shocking because we knew. And that's the issue. That's why I cannot say that, oh my God, like, you know, I'm going to rule out Man City. I can't. It's too much information for me to rule them out.
So this is where we differ.
Because if I was, and I'll say final statement, because if I were speaking to you 1920, I wasn't. But if I were speaking to you 1920 and we beat them by like 30 points for a league title, it'd be like, the City team need to rebuild and they need some time. They're going to lose this guy. They're going to lose that guy, blah, blah, blah. Lo and behold, a year later, they win the league.
Mm-hmm. So we look at football very differently, is what I've gathered from that. You like to look at football with not a reliance, that's the wrong word, but with a basis on the past. So sample size. You like to use the sample size. I try to look at it with a look at the immediate data that I've got and how that transposes to the future. For me, the immediate data points that Liverpool are going to be, if not the favourites, joint favourites for the title for the next 2 years, whilst you have Salah, Van Dijk, and Alisson all together. And you
Not
have
if we sign no one.
But we're not going to sign no one. Me and you both understand that we're not going to sign no one.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
saying
depends. Like you're making us
I'm not saying we're going to sign
well.
I'm not saying we're going to sign world beaters, Sam.
We're going to be one of the 3 contenders, but not favorites.
I think we're minimum second favorites every season for the next for the rest
Okay,
of
but Tom, here's the thing. Liverpool can either make me and you extremely happy or disappoint the shit out of us. Either me and you are sat there, hi guys, welcome to Husam X Tom Little, we've signed Isak, or hey guys, welcome to Husam X Tom Little, I don't know, we've signed
Sesko. We've signed
Sesko. So don't expect me now, and even 750 people in the chat, I think will all agree with me. Don't expect me to tell you we're favorites after signing Sesko, because I think Sesko is left-footed Slovenian Nunes.
So my point is, Husam, my point is, if let's just not going to say cautiously, let's take a general estimation on the signs that we make. We're going to sign Kerkez. I think everyone knows we're going to sign Kerkez.
Yes, easiest signing.
Kerkez, that's an improvement at left back. Big improvement at left back.
Correct.
Striker.
Correct.
Is any striker that we sign got control of both feet? And do they have do they pass the Kadashi brain test on Nintendo DS? Yes. Then they're an improvement on Darwin Núñez. Bingo. So we've improved the 2
Do you know that Matheus Cunha has only 2 big chances missed in this whole season?
Yes, but he's massively overperformed XG to like an obscene level.
If I'm in Liverpool's place right now, I'm saying F the whole. By the way, today, Tom, is another game why when me and you had that long discussion, it's so obvious we need a creator. It's actually so obvious.
Yeah.
See what I meant? Like, and by the way, Elliot is like a shitter version of Sharky. He came on and he just absolutely like instantaneously create.
Yeah, but I don't disagree. I just think that you can get that creativity from that starting 11. I don't know why our midfield. I think I tweeted out at some point. I don't know why our midfield refuses to play the incisive passes, and I don't know for the life of me why the fuck 80% of my team refuse to shoot. The only people that shoot in my team are Salah and fucking Núñez when he's on the pitch. Everyone else wants to pass. The one where Bradley runs through and he tries to pass. I just think some of our...
I know, because Salah played him in behind, he should have shot.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Jota missed the header from 1 yard. I understand
like stuff like...
But those, once again, are 2 chances Salah created. So what happens if Salah is having an off game and he doesn't create? Now what?
Yeah, that's where you need the options off the bench. I don't disagree that we need that profile. I think we just disagree on the play that we want it to be. I want to give Elliot the chance in that role. Do you want Shaky?
Tom, it's not even about you want to give Elliot the chance. I like to be objective.
I know my manager.
If Slot doesn't
Elliot.
like him and doesn't play him, what the hell am I supposed to do? You've worked with me long enough. You know I'm an Elliot guy. But Slot don't play him. What am I supposed to go like? Oh, he's gonna play Slot next. He's gonna play Elliot next season. But I know he's not. So now what?
I just want Elliot to work, though, man. I just want Elliot to work. I love watching him play football. I think he's so bright. I get why you'd want Shaky. This is his real breakout year, and the numbers are ridiculous. If he comes in, I can see the appeal. But I just want it to be Elliot, man.
I get what you're saying, but
I don't know what happened between pre-season and that.
Tom, I want our starting striker to be Julian Alvarez. It's not gonna happen, so I stopped saying Julian Alvarez. So it's the same thing. So let's say exactly that's my point, Tom Palayan. So let's say now, just so we can get this out of your head, Elliot is sold this summer. Who do you want starting in the 10 next year, Thomas?
Depending on games, Soboslai or Shaky.
There you go. Then that's the point. Can I drop a quick bomba?
Go on.
How much are Madrid willing to pay for Gravenberg?
Don't tell me you're thinking about selling Gravenberch.
I'm not thinking about selling the guy, but if you tell me you get a destroyer DM, I'd think. If I'm gonna go get a striker, a left winger, a destroyer DM, a 10, a left back, a centre back, and a right back, I'd think. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't think I'd think about it yet. Ironically, I wouldn't say today's the game to base it off. I thought it was actually all right today.
Yeah, he was
I
all
just-
right, but
I just think the team are a bit. The team. I think you look at Liverpool play at the minute. They're not arsed. They're not. They're genuinely not arsed. They'll be arsed when they play Tottenham because they can win the title that day, and that's it.
طيب, and
And they'll be and they'll be arsed on the last game of the season because that's when they get to lift the title. The other ones can't be arsed. What was that fucking press conference that NFL player did? I'm here so I don't get fined. That's our players turning up for match days once they've wrapped up the title. They're here so they don't get fined. So I'm not expecting these world-beating performances at this point. If the only point that I would be debating...
I'm gonna offer you a trade.
If you're giving me Camavinga for Gravenberch, I'm taking it. That's the only one, though.
Yes.
That's
we
the
get
only one I
Camavinga.
take.
We get Camavinga.
Mhm,
So our double pivot is now Camavinga and McAllister. Okay.
mhm.
And Sharky. Camavinga, McAllister, Sharky. Look at you lusting over it already. You already know. Look at you. Look at Dom. Look at Dom. He's just so... Suddenly he's trying to sell Gravenberch.
I'm not even thinking of the 10. I'm just thinking how good Camavinga and McAllister would be together.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Camavinga's so fucking
That's
good.
what I'm saying.
He's so good, man. But I'd want to keep Gravenberch as that third option, if you get me.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice problems to have, isn't it? I mean, I don't think that's it. I still, let's be honest, Sam, we both know Camavinga's not happening either. But there are
Camavinga's
DMs.
not better than Gravenberch.
Come on, Mo. Let's
Wallah.
be serious now.
Camavinga's not better than the trajectory Gravenberch is going to is actually very, very good.
There is no better DM on the planet than Camavinga. There is no better DM on the planet than Camavinga. And this has come from someone who's been massively praising Gravenberch this season. Ryan Gravenberch is fantastic. Has had a fantastic season. But if you could design the perfect defensive midfielder and everything they excel at, you're pretty much designing Eduardo Camavinga. He's tall. He's really good on the ball and dribbling and progressing. He's flexible. He can play a variety of positions. His defensive side of the game is unrivaled pretty much.
I just think Gravenberch passing is not levels, bro. His passing is not levels.
You know what? I don't think Camavinga's is, though. But Camavinga wins the ball back so much that it doesn't need to be. With Gravenberch, he almost needs to have that ridiculous passing because, I mean, I've just pulled up the numbers here. Camavinga averages 2 more tackles a game, 1 more block a game, 1.5 more clearances a game. And what's probably more fucking concerning, over an extra aerial duel win per game. He's fucking smaller than him. Why is Gravenberch shit in the air?
And we come back once again to a year later saying our best midfielder is...
McAllister.
Finish the sentence. Done.
It's always been McAllister, though. Me and you've stood by that as well since he joined.
McAllister is our best midfielder, bro. He's our best midfielder. I'll be honest with you.
But I think that we can look at...
If Real Madrid call tomorrow and tell me Camavinga, and you know what it is? Like, if they tell me straight up trade Camavinga for Gravenberch, I'm doing it. Like his agent come out and say, okay, Gravenberch, blah, blah, blah. I think a double pivot of Camavinga and McAllister is way better than a double pivot of Gravenberch, McAllister. I ain't even gonna lie. People are looking at it way from like this perspective. Oh my God, this is the Gravenberch season where he came out of the blue and blah, blah. Okay, you're 100% correct. However, like I can crystal clear tell that now it's just not banging.
It's not banging, but it's not.
And I'd rather have a destroyer DM as well. That's another thing.
Do you know what I think though? I don't think this team works with a destroying DM though, because Gravenberch has to receive the ball a lot. We don't build up with a double pivot, so your DM has to be good on the ball. So I look at it this way: your DM that you buy, the Gravenberch hype train has only faded because Gravenberch. I don't think Gravenberch has necessarily been much worse than what he was at the start of the season. But because it was so new at the start of the season, it was a case of wow.
Gravenberch doesn't play that open, that like through the line passes though.
But we only have one midfielder that does that anyway. It's not like
McAllister,
I've got.
That's why we need Camavinga.
It's not like. But if I'm going to be honest, Camavinga's not the greatest at that pass. If you're after a midfielder that plays that pass, you're going for more of a Zubamendi, a Stiller. But you take Camavinga because
So obviously why slot onto Zubamendi now, but that ship has sailed.
But then that's why you move on to your next one. You go to Angelo Stiller, and you get a guy who's got some of the most ridiculous line breaking passes there. Camavinga is the exception because Camavinga wins the ball back about 11 times a game that he can just give it to McAllister. Gravenberch doesn't do that.
I wouldn't say it's awful, Quert. I just don't think it's a quality trait with him. Spurs fans are such cocks. League's already done, but they're still on their knees wanting you to. Bro, why are you doing all this extra, bro? You could just say Spurs fans are cocks or Spurs is a shit club or they're bottle jobs or something. Why do you have to go into like so many details and shit? Like I just don't understand it. I genuinely just don't understand it, bro. Always taking it to the next level.
Big ups my OKC Thunder, by the way. 51-point win game on the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoff actually was banging yesterday as well. So many good games and stuff. Celtics Magic today as well.
I'll be honest, I didn't think the Bucks would lose. That caught me off guard. I thought Giannis would just pull through for them.
Yeah, the Pacers beat the Bucks is mad. If Trent stays, Tom will have his slot out moment. What do you mean?
I had an emotional reaction for 3 months.
Oh my god! But I didn't even have an emotional reaction for 3 months. A week later, I said I'm gonna back him. Like, not even a week, like 3 days later on the back again, literally. I was like, I'm going to back him until he gives me a reason not to, of course. Bro, why do people remove emotions from sports? We just lost the league.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, there you are.
At the end of the day...
I see exactly what you're doing now. Yeah. You fraud.
I own... The one thing that Husam knows about me is I am wrong and strong. I will.
Hell yeah! You'll never say he's wrong about anything.
I will own what I said when I said it.
Did you? Which super chats did you read, Husam, by the way?
عيني بقرا فيهن قاعد. Big up the Don, the corrupt judge, and little Tom, is what LCN is saying. Arsenal fans can't stand you. I've noticed this. Like they really can, and I love it, to be honest with you.
Me?
Yeah, they hate you, Tom.
Yeah, I fucking hate them as well. They're shit. Where's your league title? Where's your fucking league title?
Guys, in his whole lifetime, Tom hasn't seen Arsenal win the league.
It's actually factually true. It's actually crazy if you think about it this way.
In my lifetime, but I was.
But you weren't. You were like 3 years old, bro. You were like 3 years old or 2 years old.
Okay,
like,
Tom. No lies. When were you born? Now.
October 2001.
Okay, so they've only won the league once.
Yeah,
no, they never went back to back.
Yeah, Amme, they won in 2002 and 2004.
Yeah, Amme, he was fucking 2 years old. He was fucking breastfed, bro. Where are we going with this?
Like, I've never.
He didn't see it. I said he didn't see it.
Arsenal win a league title.
Yeah, I've never watched Arsenal win a league.
I can remember watching football since 2006. When I was like 5.
You were 5 years old. You don't know.
I don't remember watching every game, but I remember moments of games because I used to go to Anfield a lot when I was younger. So that love of football started then. So I remember stuff from seasons like that. I remember exactly where I was in my house at fucking 6 watching Kaká dunk on United. I was 6 watching
that 2006 game when he dunked on Gabriel Heinz and Evra.
2008.
Yeah, I remember exactly where I was.
That was 8? That was 8. That was 8.
It wasn't 2008. It was 2007.
2008. No,
2007.
Yeah, sorry, 7. Yeah, 7.
7. 6, 7.
It was en route to beating us in the final.
Yeah.
But like, so all I've seen Arsenal ever do in my lifetime is fuck league titles, win a couple FA Cups, Have I even seen them win a League Cup?
No, because
think I have.
Birmingham City beat them in the final.
Yeah, and City beat them as well.
Yep. Obafemi Martins.
So I've never seen the only trophy I've ever seen Arsenal win is an FA Cup.
Factually not correct, Winnie, because 2 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues now. Hey, nice one.
Yeah,
Kerkez Hoyson.
I'll be fair to them. I didn't see Istanbul. So I've seen 2 Premier Leagues and 1 Champions League in my lifetime, and I've seen
0 Prems for Arsenal because you were too young. If you haven't seen Istanbul, then you didn't see anything before that.
I'm just trying to calculate how many FA Cups from Arsenal I've seen. Because that's about all they've got to hold on to.
No one gives a fuck, bro. Kerkez Hoyson Simmons. Kamara Isak Frimpong Dream.
Frimpong should not be anywhere near your dream. If Frimpong is in your dream, it is a nightmare, not a dream.
Okay, why do you always exaggerate? Nightmare.
Husam, if we play Kerkez and Frimpong as fullbacks together,
Mm-hmm.
we're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah, but Slot can coach Frimpong. It's the Dutch connection, mate.
You can coach a lot of things. You can't teach a monkey how to drive a car. If I then, if I try and make the monkey drive the car and then he crashed into a tree, I don't blame the monkey. I blame me for putting the monkey in the car to crash it. Frimpong cannot defend. He is a wing back. He's a wing back. That's what he is. If I put him as a fullback, he's going to be killed. He is going to be murdered. I cannot coach basic defensive principles into him. You have to build your team around him. So I don't think you do that. I think you get... The thing is with Kerkez, if you ask him to defend in a back 4, sound. He likes to attack, but if you ask him, hold the line in a back 4, good. Yep, sound. What I need is a fullback like that. I need a better version of Conor Bradley, basically.
Would you rather see Arsenal get through PSG but you beat us 3-0 that weekend, or Arsenal get knocked out but we beat you 5-0 at Anfield? I
literally couldn't give a shit if you beat me 5-0 at Anfield because I'll have had my guard of honour, which is all I'm after from the game. Like, at the moment I've won a league title, I could not give a shit about any other results.
I want to beat Arsenal.
It'd be nice to beat them, but Husam, imagine this. They go away to PSG. They're 2-0 up after the first leg.
I think they're going to beat PSG anyway, so the answer is easy for me.
Did you not wear your blue blazer on the watch along? Did they never?
I did it for Aston Villa, Newcastle, and it worked. I said Newcastle are going to beat Aston Villa, and they have no hope of, and Aston Villa have 0 chance of winning, and fucking Villa won 4-1.
What will it take to get you saying that
about Arsenal?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ed and Josh and the guys haven't told me how much they're willing to pay. It has to be higher than the quarterfinals because it's the semis now. I'm gonna do it on the Ahwa 2 days before PSG.
That's the opportunity, is it?
Yeah, because it's right before the game. It has to be fresh. I ain't gonna do it before. You get me? That's all I'm saying. Literally, no one is in Ahwa, by the way, Mo.
No one?
بس زياد.
ليه بس كده؟
10 minutes. Hamza need 10 minutes.
I don't know what is happening with the people, to be honest with you.
Maybe they're all watching the Bologna versus...
وينك يا حبيبي? No, you're coming, huh? You're a fraud, mate. You lost to Wolves. Yeah, see you.
Oh, Man United. But Man United lost 15 games, guys, in this season.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Ahmed is there, we'll go start. What do you think of United, Tom, while we're here?
They're so shit. They are so bad. Oh my god. Do you know how much joy it brings me to see them be shit? It gets boring sometimes when Arsenal are consistently bad. It occasionally gets boring when Chelsea are consistently bad. I will never bore of Manchester United being a shit football club. Manchester United breaking their records of how bad they can be will never, ever get boring. They could have played for another 2 hours today. They were not scoring. Garnacho Hoyland, front two. Scary. Oh no. Oh, what are we ever going to do against that? I'm sure teams like I generally think there'll be a team that plays a back two against no wing back, just a back two against United. That's how little they rate them. You could defend 2-on-2, Garnacho and Hoyland. You could defend 2-on-3. You could give United a third attacker. But if Garnacho and Hoyland are there, they're fucked. They are so bad. Defensively, they're so bad. Midfield-wise, they get ran through. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's honestly, it warms my heart how bad United are. But you know what? You got to give them the dues today. They are officially mathematically safe from relegation. So, well done, Manchester United. Another year of this. Well done to them.
United are actually so dog shit, bro. Like, them losing 1-0 to Wolves at home, in the words of Mo, you wanna know when your club is finished? When it's not even news anymore.
Bro, even Terry said it was not news.
Yeah, like them losing 1-0 at home to Wolves is no longer news. You know what this reminds me of? Liverpool in 14-15. When we lost, it wasn't like news. It wasn't like breaking news, Liverpool lose. Like literally no one gave a shit, to be honest with you. Okay, Ahmed and Ziyad are there. بس لازم تيجي انت عشان نبدا مع الاربعه على الاقل.
يلا طبعا قبل ما تبدا اللي بتاعك I'm gonna be there. يلا. See you guys.
Anyway guys, خلص خليني اروح انا ابدا. انت finish it off in 30 seconds. See you guys.
يلا. Guys, this is gonna be a very.
What went on there? I did not understand any of that.
He's gonna go start the qahwa in 20 seconds, so I can redirect him, bro. This is gonna be ridiculous. Tomorrow, National League is gonna be 3:30. I'm just telling you from now.
Okie
3:30, not 2. 3:30, inshallah. Bro, all I have to tell you is that I think Man United fans, once Liverpool lift that title, the next game, I genuinely think Man United are just finished. I think the meltdown will be crazy, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, because the only thing they will always clinch to is that they have 20 league titles and you had the 18. Now you have 20, I think. And I actually think that you're going to surpass them in the next like 5 years.
Yeah. We will win it. We will win the 21st league title.
Yeah, before them, of course, without a shadow of a doubt. You're going to win that before them for sure, before they win the 21st. I actually think that Man United might be 10 years. People are liking the cooking on Al-Ahwa, bro, guys. You'll see. I'm just going to try to cook.
We love you, Bologna. We do. We love you, Bologna. We do. We love Bologna. We do. Oh, Bologna, we love you.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Orsolini. 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 Everyone's got a day for the cooking.
We'll see. I'm going. Okay, let me go because Husam is going to do something before I start. Guys, head out to Al-Ahwa.